Hi everyone, welcome. I hope that you're doing well today. In our video, we are going to work through a guided, progressive, full body relaxation using some techniques that I find particularly beneficial and effective. Things that I've picked up through various videos and mainly yoga videos and other things that I've happened upon in my life, also including some therapy workbooks that I've used, which go through similar progressive states of relaxation to lower stress and anxiety. So it's been a while since I've had the ability to film, and I figured this would be a really nice time just to get really quiet, really connected to ourselves, and start feeling better. I also happen to love doing these guided body progressions as a consumer. So I'm hoping that I can create something that is going to be effective for you and just as relaxing as I tend to find these videos myself. My absolute favorite, inspiration for this kind of thing is Esther Eckhart from Eckhart Yoga on YouTube. She has an excellent yoga series. She has a great soft spoken voice naturally with an accent that I absolutely love. And part of the reason why I use her yoga videos so much is simply because they're very ASMR inducing for me as well. So she does have a few videos that are more about self-love, self-care, and just like we're going to do today, relaxation. So if you do enjoy this, I would definitely recommend checking her out. And if there are any similarities between what I do and what she does, it's really just because that's so embedded in my subconscious now because I've watched her videos for a number of years. So I just want to give credit where it's due. So before we get started, a couple things. The first is that I just wanted to point out that I am in a very soft cotton shirt. I'm wearing nice yoga pants that are very comfortable, and I've put on here this little whimsical necklace that I've actually had since I was a very little girl, maybe 2 or 3 years old. And my feet are bare as well, as a lot of this sort of practice has to do with turning inward and connecting with yourself. So my first recommendation for watching this video is if you are able to find yourself in just as comfortable a position as I am currently. If you need to pause the video now to change your wardrobe, readjust your clothing if it's not sitting comfortably on you, and also find yourself in a comfortable position. I'm standing for the ease of recording, but I would definitely recommend either laying down or sitting in a comfortable chair if possible. So throughout this sort of meditation or relaxation progression, I just want us to feel very calm. And so I have a few healing stones here. In general, I have not always been a great big believer in the power of stones. I have had periods in my life where I sort of saw them as almost a gimmick. However, one of my most favorite natural triggers for ASMR growing up was through my cousin, who I've spoken about a couple times now, who was very big into the power and energies of stones from the time that we were young girls, maybe 6, 7 years old. So she was sort of my first real teacher for these sorts of things, and I really never absorbed a word she said because I was just so relaxed. And I think as I've gotten older, I've realized that whether or not something is a placebo effect or a true source of healing, if you feel good afterwards, if you feel good being in contact with these things, there's really no harm in having them in your life. You don't have to tell anyone if they make you feel a little strange or like you might be judged, but don't be afraid to indulge in those things for yourself. So even as I was purchasing my little healing stone kit that I am going to use for this video today, I felt a little self-conscious, but I enjoy these things, so I'd like to share them with you as they're something that I find really relaxing for whatever reason. So the set I bought is quite small. They're pretty expensive to buy these stones, so mine here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 stones. And not all of them really pertain to what we're doing today. So I'm just going to pull a few that I think would help create the atmosphere and energy that we're striving for today in our video. The first one is an amethyst, which promotes peace and removes negative energy. The next is rose quartz, which brings love and confidence. It's very pale pink. The next is called orange calcite, and this stone balances emotions and removes fear. Our fourth is called, I believe it's pronounced unakite or unakite, and this multicolored stone promotes self-awareness and self-love, and it's quite beautiful. And lastly, we have a little chunk of hematite, which promotes courage and strength. So we have 5 stones here. And I'm just going to hold them for a moment in between my palms. And we're going to take 3 deep breaths. So get into your relaxed position and breathe. Inhale with me through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Again. And one more. Just going to line these stones up in between us. To hopefully help create the sort of healing atmosphere that we're looking to cultivate here today. So now that we've become a bit more relaxed, let's get started with our progressive relaxation. So you can close your eyes for this if you'd like. I personally think that it's much easier to concentrate and turn inward when your eyes are closed. But if you don't feel comfortable doing that, that's fine too, and you can leave them open. Just try to use your mind's eye to go to the places that I talk about. So we're going to start in our toes, down in our feet. Our feet get a lot of use throughout the day. They ground us to the earth. They carry our weight, and therefore they can often carry our emotional burdens and the weight of our stresses as well. So just starting in your toes, maybe wiggle them around a little bit and feel them just relax through the soles of your feet. Let go of that pressure and feel your body ground through wherever your pressure is right now, whether that's along your back because you're laying down or on your seat if you're sitting. You might feel a little bit of tingling in your toes or in the other areas as we mentally scan them. That's completely normal, so don't worry about that. Feel the relaxation and let your feet kind of just go loose. Bring that energy down into your heels. Let the blood flow freely through your feet, bringing them to a state of loose, gentle relaxation. But don't forget throughout to breathe. And you can do this at your own pace. Okay. Turn your attention towards your ankles. Ankles can feel a lot of impact, as well as the knees for runners or anyone who stands a lot at their job, walks around a lot. Weightlifters can also feel a lot of tension and pressure in the ankle joints. You can feel free to roll your ankles around. You don't have to do big gestures. They can be just tiny, small, little circles to relax and ease those joints. And feel as you turn towards them in your mind, just let that pressure, all that pain that might build up, any sort of tension, just let it escape, either outward through your skin or down through the soles of your relaxed feet. We're gonna move slowly up from the ankles to the calves, which is another area that people of all types hold some stress. It's very easy to create these little knots in your calves, stress and tension, knots from athleticism, and general posture throughout the day. So we're just going to let those go and feel your calf muscles release. You might feel them slide down your leg a little bit as they loosen. You can feel on your shins too. Just let that tightness from the knee down to your toes just relax. Imagine that you have plenty of give between those areas, so it does not need to be pulled tight, but just nice and relaxed instead. And we'll work our way up past the calves and shins to the knees. Many people tend to lock or flex their knees when standing especially, and when they're feeling anxious and uncomfortable. But right now we are comfortable and at peace, so we want our knees to just easen up. You may feel your kneecaps shift slightly as you loosen the pressure in this area. If you need to, you can slightly bend your knees and then extend them again, slowly and deliberately, so that they're nice and gentle and relaxed. You should now feel from your knees down to your toes a little bit of a tingling sensation. And we're going to bring this sensation up the rest of the body. So we move into your quadriceps, the upper part of your legs, from your knee to your pubic region. This stretch is made up of the largest muscle groups in your body. Your quads are used for many things, many athletic type things, riding your bicycle, doing squats, walking, running, sitting, standing up. We use these muscles every day, and working them can be quite intense. So it's very important to let them relax as well. And outside of stretching, this is another way to create that relaxation. I want you to really focus on the inner bands of your thighs. There are muscles running all along on the inside and the outside. Right now we want to put all of our energy into those inner muscles and allow them to just sort of loosen and hang, nice and relaxed. And feel them connect down to the knees, down to the toes, in a very light way. You can bring your attention, when you're ready, to the outer band of muscles. This IT band is again another common spot for runners to feel a lot of tightness and tension. And we want to just let those areas relax and feel the connection over the top of your thighs from your outer muscle bands to your inner muscle groups. Let a wave of relaxation just sort of crest over the top of your quadriceps. And when you're ready, allow that nice, soft, tingling energy to travel underneath your legs to your hamstrings. Our hamstrings are also used quite often, and they create that nice lift for your tush and allow you to do things like bending forward. Hamstrings are often tight with many people, athletic or not, and they can almost always use a good stretch. You tend to feel lighter and more capable of movement when your hamstrings have released. So we want to bring this sensation of release into our hamstrings from right below our butt all the way down to the back of the knee. And you may even be able to feel some of that nice energy shooting down through the back of your calves still, down to your heel. So you're really mentally engaging the entire back of the leg in relaxation. Keep these muscles nice and loose from the inside of your legs to the outside and all the way around. A lot of people also tend to carry stress in their rump. It's very common for pressure and tension to build in our seat. And I find that men often feel this spot more than women. But if you don't have the opportunity to have it massaged, which is something you can practice yourself as well to release that tension. I know it might sound silly, but it's quite true. You can just think and sort of let everything just spread out and be very, very mushy and limp. Don't flex your feet or your knees. Keep everything nice and relaxed. And feel that sensation as well through your seat, down your legs, and into your heels. Good. Just let your entire lower half remain completely relaxed. Feel that nice, light, tingling sensation coming off of your skin from your very relaxed muscles. Give yourself credit for all that you do with these muscles. The lower body is incredibly important to our functionality as human beings. And feeling these areas relax for once can be very rewarding. So it's also a nice time to think back on all the things that you've done with these areas. Relax through your hip flexors. Start to relax across your belly and your lower back. And remember all the wonderful things that you've done and can do with your legs, knees, shins, calves, ankles, heels, and toes. These areas should be warm, tingly, and very loose. If you at any point in time feel your thoughts drifting away, just gently bring them back to my voice and to this progressive relaxation that we're doing. Nothing else is important right now. This time is being very well spent. So just use your brain to reflect inward and feel all these lovely sensations through your lower body. We're going to work now through our upper body as well. Try and keep your lower body relaxed throughout. Don't forget about your breaths. And as I said, if you feel any tension or feel yourself starting to drift mentally, don't judge yourself. It's okay. It happens to us all. Gently dismiss those thoughts and come back. Okay. A lot of times when we are stressed and tense, it has lots of physical negative repercussions on our bodies. One of the places that we can exhibit symptoms of anxiety in a very real way is through our digestive tract, our stomach. So we're going to bring our thoughts to our belly now. And whether your belly is big or small, full or empty, these things don't matter. Right now we are nourishing and loving and healing our belly with positive energy and calm, tranquil thought. Your stomach itself is actually quite small, but we do have a long stretch of intestinal tract, and both of these areas are equally important to think about as we're creating inner relaxation and inner peace. So just show love to these areas with your mind and feel that light tingling throughout your belly. And maybe you'll start to feel it wrapping around your sides and making its way to your lower back, which is an area that many people tend to carry a lot of their stress, similar to carrying it in your rear end. These areas are quite linked from the hamstrings all the way up to the low back. So we're going to think about just really releasing all of those tensions in the low back and allowing them to get to a more harmonious feeling. You may want to shift your hips slightly from side to side. And just feel that deep sense of safety and comfort from your navel around to the base of your spine. Relax through these areas. They may be volatile or painful in your life, and that's okay. This practice is meant to alleviate those feelings and those stresses. So really take your time here. Breathe into your belly, nice, peaceful, refreshing breaths. And feel that oxygen in your low back as well as these areas extend. And collapse a bit. Very good. Okay. We're going to continue moving upward through the torso. We're going to feel that nice, gentle sensation coming up our sides towards our chest. And we're going to let our chest relax as well. Although it's good to breathe into your belly, you might now want to take a breath into your chest, allowing your shoulders to rise. And on the exhale, just release that tension from across your chest. Feel how clean the space is from your clavicle down to the bottom of your belly at your waistline. All of this space can be nice and gentle, lacking any tension or any negative feelings. Your body serves you every day, and there's no reason to doubt it. Just let that relaxation wash through you. Feel your chest muscles release. And work your way around to your middle back. Feeling the back of the heart center. Bringing that nice tingling sensation through your spine from the top at the base of your scalp all the way down to the base of your spine. Just allow yourself to let go. You may be sinking further into the surface on which you are sitting or laying, and that is good. Now we're going to focus on our fingertips, which may already be tingling some. And we're going to let that nice, gentle sensation ride up through our wrists, our hands. Many of us who write or play a lot of video games can have very cramped and tight hands, so you may want to flex them a few times before allowing them to rest. And let them hang loose, just as we did with our toes. Let that looseness travel through your wrists and into your forearms. Relax the muscles in your forearms, which may also get a lot of work throughout the day if you're lifting, carrying, children, groceries, boxes at work, or again, playing copious amounts of video games or doing extensive work on the computer can also create a lot of tension from the fingertips up through the elbows. So we're going to relax these areas. Let that feeling work its way up and soften the elbow on both sides. Let your arms start to hang loose and release those bicep muscles as well. You may want to just do some tiny little rolling movements backwards and forwards with your shoulders here. And you can do this at your own pace, whatever feels good to you. And when you've loosened that area quite a bit, feel your shoulder blades sort of sink down on your back. You can roll your shoulders back just slightly. It doesn't have to be dramatic to feel those shoulder blades just sort of rest naturally without being up and tense and pinching your shoulders. We don't want that. So we're just going to let them sink down, let ourselves continue to sink. And for many of us, a major issue area is from the shoulders through the neck and jawline. One thing we can do is just move our head over to one side, back to center, and to the other side, back to center. Let's do that one more time. Look over your shoulder. Try to keep your neck relaxed when you do this. Don't strain or struggle to get to this point. You don't have to be all the way. You can just be to a place that feels good for you. Coming back nice and slow. And breathing into the other side as well. You might feel a little bit of a stretch through this big ropey muscle in your neck. And that's good. You can also tilt your head slightly from one side to the other. We're going to do this for 30 seconds on each side. So I'm going to tilt to the right. Remember to breathe. Think about feeling just a little bit of a stretch right here to this side of your neck. Keep your shoulders back and down. You can breathe into your belly. If you want to deep breathe, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too. Just stay with us here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Breathe in. Just let your nervous system accept that stretch. Stretching your neck also loosens your shoulders and jaw very naturally. So let's go ahead and do the same thing on the other side for 30 seconds. Just a light turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Breathe in. Great job. Now that we've relaxed our shoulders and neck some, we're keeping those shoulders still down and back and sunk in. Feeling light through our chest, our abdominal region, down through our legs, all the way to our toes. We're going to focus now on the face. And if you've kept your eyes open thus far, I would recommend closing them, especially for this part. And I'd like for you just to relax your jaw. First your lower jaw and your upper as well. You might feel them separate a little, and that's good. Relax your tongue and your teeth, and the corners of your mouth as well. Just feel them kind of slip away that tension. Relax your cheeks, no tension at all, and the corners of your eyes as well. Feel the corners of your eyes just sort of fall downward, in line with the corners of your mouth as well. Let that gentle feeling circle your ears, the back of your neck, and through your scalp to your forehead, where we also want to feel a nice relaxation from the bridge of our nose up to our hairline. Feel all of the tension just melt away from your face. Feel your jaws and ears relax. And just let that tingling sensation radiate from your scalp all the way down through all of the areas that we've relaxed. Corners of the mouth, corners of the eyes. Keep your throat nice and relaxed as well. And feel those soft sensations throughout your body. It's a good idea to lay for at least a few minutes or sit for a few more minutes in this nice state to really let it sink in, to let all of your nerve endings feel how the muscles feel when they are relaxed, how the body feels when it is free of tension. Really enjoy this feeling for for as long as you'd like. Maybe take a few more clearing breaths just to expel any last stresses or negativities that you might be harboring somewhere deep inside. And feel pure from your core and your heart center all the way to the tips of your toes and fingers. Enjoy this deep relaxation. Try to remember this feeling in times when you're feeling like you're struggling. If you don't have time to perform a full body sort of shutdown like we just did, you can always just focus on the areas where you carry stress. And if you're not sure, try different areas and see what feels best to you. For me, it's from the shoulders up. And it's very important for me before bed to make sure I loosen and relax my jaw as I tend to grind my teeth and create even more tension as I sleep. So this may be something you want to consider before you sleep, or if you are about to do something you know is going to be stress-inducing for you. Whether that's a job interview or a presentation or something else that you're just hoping goes well and you need to feel your best for. I hope that you're feeling nice and relaxed. I hope that the little energies from these pretty stones have made it to you, and that you're ready to move forward with your day or your evening feeling nice and relaxed. If you enjoyed this and would like for me to make similar videos in the future, please just let me know. I'm happy to create these sorts of experiences, as I think that they're, as I said, highly beneficial and effective, but also mutually beneficial, and I really do enjoy being able to get these sort of energies out into the world. So I'm also considering making another video with our crystals here, and I'd be interested to know how you feel about crystals. So for now, I hope that you feel well and or sleep well, and I will see you in my next video.